So what are the 5 quick and easy tips you need to know to truly resolve those deepest emotional challenges like feeling unwanted, unloved, unworthy, feeling loneliness and isolation? Well, there are no quick tips for that. That type of language and those types of articles, they're really doing us a disservice. Of course, there are tips and adjustments that we can make on our path, but I'm looking at an actual article in front of me. It says 10 quick and easy steps, quick and easy, and it's to heal something. And one of the steps is stop searching validation outside yourself. Yeah, quick and easy. Just stop doing that, everyone. By the way, stop caring what everyone thinks too, and just feel good because you think and choose to think good thoughts. See you later, like and subscribe. That's it. You're good for the rest of your life. Right? This is so not useful. And it actually perpetuates us thinking like, oh, I should be able to do this. Right? You'll see I have a couple different videos, like I get it intellectually, but where we hear people saying like, I understand this on an intellectual level, but why can't I do it? It's because these are skills. To actually stop seeking validation outside yourself, that's going to require a framework or some form of, okay, where am I seeking? What does seeking feel like for me? Where does that come from? What is it I'm seeking? What is the feeling I'm looking to get? And these are not just intellectual questions. This is a process. So understanding that this is a process and a skill and an art form right from the beginning serves you so much better. I wish I had been told this earlier. If you take an analogy, and I've used similar analogies before, if you look at something like a basketball player, it's very obvious to us that that is a skill that takes years of practice because it's so physical, it's so visceral, we can see that, we know that I can't just take a ball and dunk it like that. Our physiology doesn't match that, and it's easy for us to just connect to that and see that. So you would never look at an article that says, well, what are the 5 quick tips to being a basketball player? And step 3 says, just put the ball in the basket every time and just run faster than the other person. Oh, and just dunk by jumping and throwing it in. You would just say, well, this is nonsense. You can't just do that. But when it comes to these inner worlds and these aspects like confidence and feeling more secure in yourself, you see articles and steps like this all the time, as though you're supposed to be able to just do them. Because they're somewhat invisible, and because we don't have the same frame of reference, we don't think of feeling more secure or safe in your own body as this sort of skill like basketball, because you can't really see it. It's a little more abstract. We're not really taught the mechanics of it. So it gets presented as just do that. And then when you can't, which of course you can't just do that any more than you could just dunk the ball, it almost makes you feel worse. Like, I should be able to do this quick and easy thing. They told me it was quick and easy. It's not, right? It's not to say it's calculus either, but it is a skill and an art form and a practice. So the first thing I highly recommend is you just relax and let go, which is not a quick and easy thing in itself, but be open to letting go of these ideas of, I should just be able to do this. Why am I still seeking validation outside myself? Well, because you're human and every human being does that and has evolved to do that. So it's going to take some conscious work to, disentangle that, if it even ever fully disentangles, which it doesn't need to, in order for you to feel immensely more happy and peaceful and content and satisfied. And understanding that there are frameworks and processes and tools. I try to outline those on my channel. You can look at what is inner work and how to do it, or this free ebook of mine, which is called You're Not a Repair Project, which outlines some of my approach. But there's lots of approaches, the Sedona method, EFT. I have some EFT tappings on here, Brad Yates, people like that have a lot of free content on YouTube. Different approaches, a methodology that says, okay, here is how I can look at and explore my inner world, what's going on there, and what are the ways I can begin working through that, and very importantly, begin to get a flavor for, okay, what can I do myself? What might require the skill of someone, anywhere from like a partner that you can kind of process and bounce these techniques back and forth with, to where do I need a skilled psychotherapist? Because there's some deep stuff here that happened to me that's really beyond the scope of just, tapping on it by myself necessarily. That's not to put a limit on what can happen, because we've probably all seen people resolve incredibly deep and powerful things, sometimes just meditating. But the point is that there is a framework and a context that makes this go beyond quick and easy, simple hacks that you can just do. I don't believe there are hacks in this world. There is solid information. There are solid ways of being and learning how to relate to yourself, and understanding that you are a unique and infinitely valuable person, which is beautiful. But the other side of that means we have to kind of explore that for ourselves and get to know our own unique makeup, our own unique way of responding to things, our own unique way of what resonates with me. What type of meditation? Does self-inquiry actually get me to a place, or does it just kind of take me into my head? And if so, what are the adjustments I need to make? So not looking for those quick and easy tips, because they just reinforce a myth that this work could or should be quick and easy, any more than I'm a jazz musician for a living. That's how I've made my living for the last 2 decades at least. And there was no quick and easy tip for that, right? It's like, okay, practice for tons of hours, and imagine an article that said, just learn how to play the instrument, get a great time field, learn all the songs. Congratulations, you're now a jazz musician. It's silly. And these things are silly. And when you look at it and something says it's a quick and easy hack to just feel better, recognize it as silly so that you don't start saying, why can't I do that? Or, oh, this is so simple. It makes you feel more isolated and like you're the only one who doesn't get it. I promise you, you are not the only one who doesn't get it. I promise you, anyone who writes, like, these are the quick tips to heal emotionally, doesn't get it, or is doing that for some other reason, which is fine, and the information could be good, but the point that I'm trying to hammer home is that it's not quick and easy. The techniques may be simple, which I highly recommend you use processes that are simple and easy to do and understand, but that doesn't mean it's quick and easy any more than a push-up is relatively simple, but that doesn't mean you're going to just be able to do 100 of them tomorrow because the mechanics are simple. So I hope that helps. I hope that resonates with you in some way. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. I love to respond to questions and comments, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much.